Tonight, as the world around you begins to quiet, and the last traces of the day slowly fade away, allow yourself to settle into a slower rhythm. Let your breath become calm, your body heavy, your thoughts soft and distant. And before we begin this gentle journey, if you enjoy stories like this, slow, peaceful, filled with quiet worlds from the past, consider subscribing, so that each night, you always have a place to return to. Now, take a slow breath in, and gently exhale. There is no need to rush. We are about to step into a different time, a different world. A place where the sun rises slowly over golden sands, where life moves with the rhythm of the river, and where each day begins, not with noise, but with stillness. Imagine the first light of morning, stretching across the horizon, soft, warm, golden. The sky above ancient Egypt begins to change, from deep blue, to pale violet, from violet, to soft gold. The stars slowly fade, not disappearing all at once, but gently, one by one, as if they are drifting away, making space for the day. The air is cool. Still. The desert has not yet awakened. The wind has not yet begun to move the sand. And far in the distance, a quiet river flows. The Nile. It moves slowly, endlessly, like a calm breath that never stops. Its surface reflects the first light of the rising sun, turning dark water into liquid gold. Along its banks, life is beginning to stir. Small homes made of mud bricks stand close together, their walls still cool from the night. Palm trees rise above them, their leaves barely moving. And in one of these homes, someone awakens. A man, a farmer, not rich, not poor, just one of many who live by the rhythm of the river. He opens his eyes slowly. There is no rush. No sudden movement. The day does not demand speed. He sits up, quietly, feeling the cool air of early morning, listening. There are no loud sounds. No crowds. Only distant water, and the faint stirrings of others, beginning their day. He stands, slowly, steps outside, and pauses. Before him, the Nile stretches wide, calm, endless. The sun has not yet fully risen, but its light already touches the surface of the water. This moment is always the same. And yet, it is never exactly the same. Because each day is part of something larger. A cycle. The river rises. The river falls. The land changes. The crops grow. The crops are gathered. And life continues. The farmer walks toward the water. His steps are steady, unhurried. The ground beneath his feet is soft near the river, still holding the memory of last season's flood. He kneels, dipping his hands into the Nile. The water is cool. Smooth. He washes his face. Not quickly. But with intention. This is how the day begins. Not with noise. Not with urgency. But with presence. Nearby, another figure appears. Then another. The village is waking. Women carry clay jars, moving quietly toward the water. Children follow, still half asleep, their steps slow, their voices soft. There is no rush. The sun continues to rise. And with it, light spreads across the land. Fields begin to reveal themselves, long stretches of fertile soil, dark and rich, fed by the Nile's annual flood. This land is life. Without the river, there would be only desert. Only sand. Only stillness. But here, there is growth. The farmer walks toward the fields. He is not alone. Others move in the same direction, some carrying tools, others walking empty-handed. No one speaks loudly. There is no need. Everyone knows what the day will bring. The work is familiar. Repetitive. The sky becomes brighter. Shadows shorten. And yet, no one hurries. Because the day is long. And the work will always be there. Time here does not press forward. It unfolds. Slowly. Gently. And as the farmer continues his work, the rhythm of the day settles fully into place. A quiet balance, between effort and stillness, between movement and rest. Take a slow breath, let yourself drift deeper into this world. The day has only just begun, and there is much more to experience, as the sun rises higher, over ancient Egypt. Let the rhythm of the day continue, slow, steady, unhurried, like the gentle movement of water along the Nile. Breathe softly, and drift deeper into this quiet world. The sun has now risen higher, its golden light spreading fully across the land, warming the fields, the homes, the riverbanks. The cool stillness of early morning slowly gives way to a soft, steady warmth. The farmer continues his work, his movements calm, practiced, familiar. He does not think about each action. His body remembers. The turning of the soil, the guiding of water through narrow channels, the careful observation of each plant. Everything flows naturally. Nearby, others move in the same quiet rhythm. A woman bends beside a row of crops, her hands moving gently through the leaves, removing what does not belong, leaving only what can grow. Two men carry water together, their steps steady, balanced, the clay container between them swaying slightly with each movement. They do not speak much. There is no need. Their work connects them more than words. Further along the fields, a young boy watches. He is not yet old enough to carry the full weight of the work, but he is learning. Watching the movements, the patience, the quiet understanding of the land. This is how knowledge is passed. Not through instruction alone, but through presence. Through repetition. Through time. The Nile continues to flow nearby, its surface now bright under the rising sun. Occasionally, a small boat moves along the water, gliding slowly, its reflection stretching across the surface. A fisherman sits within it, casting his net with careful precision, not rushing, not forcing. He waits. Because here, waiting is part of life. Back in the village, the day has begun to unfold in its own way. The narrow paths between the homes are no longer empty. People move through them slowly, carrying baskets, tools, jars of water. A woman grinds grain using a simple stone, her movement steady, rhythmic. The sound is soft, repetitive, almost soothing. Nearby, another prepares bread, mixing flour and water, shaping it with her hands, placing it carefully near the fire. The scent begins to rise into the warm air. Simple. Familiar. Comforting. Children sit nearby, watching, or playing quietly, their voices light, not loud. There is laughter, but it is soft, never breaking the calm of the morning. A man works with clay, his hands shaping it slowly into a vessel, turning it, adjusting it, smoothing its surface. Each movement is careful. Intentional. He is not rushing to finish. Because the process itself matters. A vessel made too quickly will not last. And here, things are made to endure. The sun continues its steady climb. The shadows grow shorter. The warmth deepens. And with it, the pace of movement slows even further. Not from exhaustion, but from understanding. There is no need to hurry under the sun. The day is long. And everything will be done, in its time. Near the edge of the village, a small gathering begins to form. Not a crowd. Just a few people, bringing items to exchange. Grain. Fish. Simple tools. There is no rush here either. No loud bargaining. No urgency. Only quiet agreement. An exchange of what is needed, for what can be given. A man offers fish, freshly caught from the Nile, his hands still damp from the water. Another offers grain, measured carefully, not precisely, but fairly. They nod. The exchange is made. No words required. Nearby, a young girl carries a small basket, walking slowly, carefully, as if the act itself requires focus. She pauses, looking around, taking in the movement of the village. For her, this is the world. Simple. Steady. Complete. The wind begins to move slightly now, just enough to stir the palm leaves, to carry the scent of bread, of earth, of water. It is not strong. Just a gentle reminder, that even stillness, has movement within it. Back in the fields, the farmer pauses. Not because he must. But because it is time. He straightens, slowly, wiping his hands against his clothing. He looks out across the land. The Nile in the distance. The other workers. The wide sky above. Everything as it should be. Everything continuing. He takes a slow breath. There is no thought of the future. No reflection on the past. Only this moment. This quiet, steady presence. And then, he returns to his work. Because the day continues. Always. Take a slow breath, let the warmth of the sun settle around you. The story moves gently forward, toward the middle of the day, when the world slows even further, under the golden light of ancient Egypt. Let the warmth of the day settle gently around you, slow, steady, unchanging, breathe softly, and drift deeper into the quiet rhythm of this ancient world. The sun now stands high above the land. Its light is no longer soft and golden, but bright, full, steady. It does not rush across the sky. It holds its place. And beneath it, everything slows. The fields grow quieter. The steady movements of the morning begin to fade, not stopping completely, but softening, becoming slower, more deliberate. The farmer pauses again. This time, he does not return to work immediately. The warmth has deepened. The air is heavier now, filled with the stillness that comes at the height of the day. He walks toward the edge of the field, where a small patch of shade rests beneath a cluster of palm trees. Others gather there too. Not in conversation. Not in noise. But in shared rest. They sit, slowly, settling into the cool shadow, feeling the difference immediately. The shade is soft. Gentle. A quiet relief from the steady presence of the sun. A woman unwraps a simple cloth, revealing bread, prepared earlier in the morning. She breaks it, carefully, sharing it among those nearby. No one rushes to take it. Each piece is received with quiet gratitude. The farmer takes his portion, holding it for a moment, before eating slowly. There is no hunger that demands speed. Only nourishment, taken calmly, with awareness. Nearby, a small jar of water is passed from hand to hand. Each person drinks, not quickly, but with care, feeling the coolness, the life within it. Then passing it on. The wind moves again, slightly stronger now, though still gentle. It carries the scent of the river, of earth, of distant greenery. The leaves above shift softly, casting slow, moving shadows across the ground. The sounds of the village have quieted as well. Fewer footsteps. Fewer movements. Even the animals rest. The world pauses. This is the middle of the day. A time not for effort, but for stillness. For breathing. For simply being. The farmer leans back slightly, his eyes half closed, not asleep. But not fully awake either. In this moment, there is no separation between work and rest. Only continuation. Time stretches. Not measured. Not counted. Just experienced. Far from the fields, closer to the heart of a larger settlement, another kind of stillness exists. A temple. Its stone walls rise tall, cool, solid, untouched by the heat of the sun. Inside, the air is different. Dim, quiet. Almost timeless. Priests move slowly through the inner halls, their steps measured, deliberate. They carry small offerings, bowing gently, placing them with care. There is no rush here either. Ritual does not demand speed. It requires presence. A flame flickers softly in the distance, its light steady, contained. The scent of incense drifts through the air, slowly, gently. It fills the space, not strongly, but completely. A priest pauses before a statue, his head lowering slightly. Not in fear, but in acknowledgement. Of something greater. Of something constant. Outside, the sun continues to shine. But inside the temple, the world feels suspended. Separated from movement. Separated from time. Back in the village, the stillness remains. Some lie down briefly in the shade. Others sit quietly, their thoughts drifting, their bodies at ease. Children rest too, their energy softened by the warmth, their voices quiet. The Nile flows on. Unchanged. Unbothered. Its steady movement continues, even as everything else slows. A boat drifts along its surface, its sail barely filled with wind, moving slowly, without urgency. The fisherman rests now, his net beside him, his gaze soft, watching the water. There is nothing to chase. Nothing to hurry. Only the moment. And the moment is enough. The sun begins its gradual descent. Almost unnoticed at first. The light remains strong, but something within it begins to shift. A subtle change. The beginning of movement, after stillness. The farmer opens his eyes fully again. The rest has passed. Not quickly. Not slowly. Just as it needed to. He sits up. There is no resistance. No reluctance. Because rest is not separate from work. It is part of it. He stands once more. And looks out across the land. The light has changed slightly. Softer now. Warmer again. The long stretch of afternoon begins. And with it, the gentle return of movement. Take a slow breath, feel the calm deepen even further. The day is not over, it continues, softly, into the golden hours of afternoon. Let the warmth of the afternoon settle gently around you, softer now, calmer, less intense. Breathe slowly, and drift further into the rhythm of this quiet day. The sun begins its slow descent. Not suddenly. Not noticeably at first. But gradually, the light changes. The brightness softens, the sharpness fades, and the golden tones return, warmer, deeper. The stillness of midday begins to lift. Not completely. But enough. The farmer stands once more in his field. His body moves with the same steady rhythm as before, but now, there is a quiet ease within each motion. The hardest heat has passed. The air feels lighter. The breeze, a little more present. He bends again to his work. Adjusting the flow of water, guiding it carefully through narrow paths in the soil. Watching how it moves. Where it settles. Where it needs to go. This is not rushed. It cannot be rushed. Water has its own rhythm. And those who live by the river, learn to follow it. Nearby, others return to their tasks as well. A man lifts a simple wooden tool, pressing it into the earth with slow, practiced force. A woman gathers what has already grown, placing it carefully into a woven basket. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is done without attention. The land provides. And in return, it is respected. The sound of work returns. Soft. Steady. The quiet scraping of tools, the rustle of plants, the distant movement of water. All blending into a calm, natural rhythm. Further along the Nile, life moves in a different way. More boats now drift along the river. Some small, carrying a single person. Others larger, holding goods, baskets, clay jars, bundles of reeds. They move slowly with the current, or with the help of gentle wind filling simple sails. There is no urgency here either. The river connects everything. Villages, fields, markets. And it carries not only goods, but life itself. On one boat, a man sits quietly, his hands resting loosely at his sides. He is not working. Not actively. He simply allows the river to guide him. The water moves beneath him, steady, calm. And he follows. Without resistance. Without force. Back on land, near the edge of the village, the craftsmen have returned to their work. The potter sits once more before his wheel, turning it slowly, shaping the clay with careful hands. The form emerges gradually. Not perfect at first. But refined with each movement. He does not rush to finish. Because the process itself holds value. Nearby, a man works with woven reeds, creating baskets, his fingers moving with quiet precision. Over, under, across. The pattern forms. Simple. Strong. Useful. There is a calm satisfaction in this work. Not loud. Not celebrated. But present. A young boy watches again. Learning not through instruction, but through observation. Through stillness. Through time. The afternoon light continues to soften. Shadows grow longer. Stretching gently across the ground. The heat fades slowly. Replaced by a more comfortable warmth. The wind carries more movement now. Through the palm leaves, across the surface of the Nile, through the narrow paths of the village. It touches everything lightly. Never harsh. Never forceful. Just enough, to remind the world that it is alive. The farmer pauses once more. This time, not because of heat, but because the day is shifting. He looks up. The sun is lower now. Its light, deeper. The color of the land changes with it. Gold becomes amber. Amber becomes something softer. The fields seem to glow. Not brightly. But gently. As if the day itself is beginning to rest. He straightens slowly. His work for the day is nearly complete. Not everything is finished. But enough. There is always more to do. And that is understood. He gathers his tools. Not quickly. Not with relief. But with quiet completion. Around him, others do the same. The movement begins to shift once again. From work, toward return. People begin to walk back toward the village. Their steps unhurried. Their bodies calm. The day has been long. But not exhausting. Because it was never rushed. The Nile reflects the changing sky, its surface now touched with deeper gold, hints of orange. The boats continue their slow journey. Some moving toward home. Others still drifting. The world transitions gently, from effort, to rest. And everything follows. Naturally. Without force. Take a slow breath, feel the light of the day soften around you, the evening is approaching, quietly, gently, and with it, a different kind of stillness. Let the light soften even more, let the day gently begin to fade. Breathe slowly, and allow yourself to drift into the calm of evening. The sun moves lower, closer to the horizon, its glow deepening into rich shades of gold, amber, and soft orange. The heat of the day has almost completely faded now. In its place, a gentle warmth lingers, light, comfortable, calm. The farmer walks back toward the village. His steps are steady, unhurried, his tools resting lightly in his hands. There is no sense of rushing home. No urgency to arrive. Only a quiet transition, from one part of the day, to another. Around him, others move in the same direction. Some walking alone, some in small groups. Their voices soft, their conversations light, simple, unforced. A shared rhythm. A shared ending to the day. The fields behind them grow still again. The work pauses. Not finished forever, but complete, for now. The Nile reflects the evening sky, its surface now glowing with deeper colors. The water moves just as it always has. Unchanged. Constant. A reminder that some things continue, no matter what the day brings. The village begins to fill once more. The narrow paths become gently active again. People returning. Carrying baskets, tools, simple belongings. The air is different now. Cooler. Softer. Carrying the quiet sounds of evening. From within the homes, small fires are lit. Their glow flickers gently, casting warm light onto the walls. Smoke rises slowly into the air, carrying the scent of cooking food. Bread. Grain. Fish. Simple meals. Prepared with care. Shared without rush. The farmer enters his home. It is small. But it is enough. The walls hold the coolness of the day's shadows. The space feels calm. Familiar. A place of rest. A woman sits nearby, preparing the evening meal, her movements slow, practiced. She does not hurry. There is no need. The day has already given what it could. Now, it is time to receive. The farmer sets down his tools. Washes his hands again, the water cool, refreshing. Then he sits. Not collapsing. Not exhausted. Simply settling. Present. The meal is shared. Not quickly. Each bite taken slowly. Each moment allowed to exist fully. There is quiet conversation. Soft voices. Occasional laughter. Nothing loud. Nothing that breaks the calm. Just life, continuing. Outside, the sky grows deeper. The colors fade slowly, gold to amber, amber to soft blue, blue to deepening night. The first stars begin to appear. Faint at first. Then clearer. One by one. The air cools further. A gentle breeze moves through the village, through open doorways, across the quiet paths, bringing with it the scent of the river, and the distant calm of the desert. Children grow quieter now. Their energy fading with the light. They sit, or lie down, their movements slower, their voices softer. The day has come full circle. From stillness, to movement, to stillness again. The farmer steps outside once more. Just for a moment. He looks up at the sky. Now filled with stars. Clear. Endless. The same sky, that has always been there. Watching over every day, every season, every life. He takes a slow breath. There is no thought of tomorrow. No worry about what comes next. Because tomorrow, will come. As it always does. And it will be the same. And not the same. A continuation. A rhythm. He returns inside. The fire burns softly. The light flickers. The air is calm. The world outside grows quiet. The Nile continues its slow movement in the distance. Unseen now. But always present. The farmer lies down. Not thinking. Not holding on to the day. Simply allowing it to end. As it should. Take a slow breath, let your body grow heavier, the night has fully arrived, and only one final part remains, the deepest quiet, the final stillness, before sleep. Let everything slow even further now, let the world grow quieter, softer, more distant, breathe gently, and allow yourself to sink deeper, into the calm of night. The village has grown still. The last movements of the evening have faded. Doors are closed, fires burn low, voices have softened into silence. Only the quiet remains. Outside, the night stretches wide and endless. The sky above ancient Egypt is clear, deep, dark, filled with countless stars. They do not flicker brightly. They rest. Soft points of light, suspended in stillness. The air is cool now. A gentle contrast to the warmth of the day. The breeze moves slowly through the palm trees, their leaves shifting quietly, barely making a sound. The Nile flows on in the darkness. Unseen. But never absent. Its movement is steady, constant, a silent rhythm, beneath everything. In the village, sleep begins to settle. Not suddenly. Not all at once. But gradually. Like a soft wave, moving through each home. Through each quiet space. The farmer lies still. His breathing slow, even. The day has left no tension behind. No rush. No weight. Only a gentle tiredness, that comes from steady movement, and quiet effort. His thoughts drift. Not focused. Not held. They come, and go, like the slow movement of the river. There is nothing to hold on to. Nothing that needs to be remembered. The day is complete. Outside, the stars continue their silent presence. They have watched over countless nights like this. Over lives that rise, and fall, over days that begin, and end, over a world that moves, slowly, endlessly. And yet, they remain. Unchanging. Calm. The desert beyond the river is silent. Endless sand, resting beneath the night sky. No movement. No sound. Just stillness. The kind of stillness that feels infinite. And within it, a quiet sense of peace. The Nile continues its journey. Flowing through darkness, through silence, through time itself. It does not stop. It does not hurry. It simply moves. As it always has. As it always will. In the village, sleep deepens. The sounds of breathing, soft, steady, become the only rhythm that remains. The fires fade into glowing embers. Their light dim, warm, fading slowly. The walls of each home hold the coolness of the night. The air is calm. Undisturbed. And within this stillness, there is nothing missing. Nothing out of place. Everything is as it should be. The day has completed its cycle. Morning, afternoon, evening, night. And now, rest. Deep. Quiet. Complete. If you listen closely, you might almost feel it, the rhythm of this world, the gentle rise and fall, the slow movement of time, the quiet balance between effort and rest. It is not far away. It exists in the same way, within you. In your breath. In the spaces between thoughts. In the moments where everything becomes still. There is no need to think about tomorrow. No need to return to the day. Only this moment. This quiet. This rest. Let your body sink deeper, let your thoughts drift further away, like distant echoes, fading into silence. The Nile flows. The stars remain. The world rests. And you can rest too. There is only one final part, a last gentle fade into stillness, and then, sleep. Let everything become even quieter now, slower, softer, as the night settles completely. There is nothing left to follow, nothing left to do, only to rest. The village sleeps. Fully. Deeply. No footsteps. No voices. Only stillness. The kind of stillness that feels whole. The farmer rests. His breathing slow, steady, effortless. The day has fully passed. Nothing remains unfinished. Nothing remains undone. Because nothing needed to be rushed. Everything happened, as it was meant to. The Nile continues its quiet journey through the darkness. Invisible, but always there. Its movement unchanged. Its rhythm steady. A silent presence beneath the night. The stars above remain just as calm. Spread across the sky, unchanging, endless. They do not move quickly. They do not demand attention. They simply exist. Soft points of light, in a vast, quiet space. The desert rests. The fields rest. The village rests. And within this stillness, there is nothing missing. Nothing to add. Nothing to change. Only quiet completeness. The air is cool. Gentle. Still. If there is movement, it is so soft, that it feels almost like nothing at all. The kind of movement that soothes, rather than stirs. The kind that allows everything to settle. Deeper. Slower. Calmer. This day, in ancient Egypt, has come to its natural end. Not suddenly. Not abruptly. But gently. Like a slow breath, that gradually fades into stillness. And just as this day has ended, another will come. The sun will rise again. The Nile will continue to flow. The fields will awaken. The village will stir. Life will move forward, in the same quiet rhythm. And yet, each day, will remain its own. Simple. Complete. Enough. There is no need to think about it now. No need to imagine tomorrow. Because this moment, this quiet, is all that matters. Let your breath slow even more, let your body grow heavier, let your thoughts drift further away, like distant ripples, fading into calm water. There is nothing to hold. Nothing to follow. Nothing to finish. Only rest. Only stillness. Only the quiet rhythm of everything settling into sleep. And somewhere, far away, in another time, a quiet village rests beside the Nile, unchanged, unhurried, at peace. And that peace can be yours too. Now, gently, slowly, drift into sleep. Good night. Crescent moon.